Today we're here with Commander General Richardson, U.S. Southern Command. General, thanks for having us. Today was held the Central American Security Conference, and we'll talk about that in a minute because you also met with Guatemalan authorities. What was the main issue addressed with the President and other public officials?
Well, first of all, it's my honor, Pedro, to be here in Guatemala. Thank you so much for the very warm welcome by you and your country, and all of the Guatemalan officials that I've been able to meet with, and being able to see the countryside yesterday, really going from Guatemala City to the port yesterday. Just beautiful. And we've talked about security challenges and all of the challenges that are impacting the region. And really the 28 like-minded democracies that work so closely together to counter these threats. And this is our shared hemisphere, and all of us have a responsibility for protecting that.
Transnational organized crime is a real threat. Today, you talk about cyber attacks and said that Latin America alone got 12% of those, and you call for 21st century measures. What that means and how do you think it should be approached?
Well, I think with cyber attacks, what we talked about in our discussions is that with cyber attacks, you can't see the attacks. There aren't alarm bells that go off to alert you that something's happening. There's a mobilization of military forces or something. Normally, you would be able to see something like that if something was being mobilized on a border. You would see that build up and then be able to figure out, okay, then there might be an attack coming. How can you warn and be prepared for a cyber attack when you can't see it? There's nothing that alarms you to the fact that something is going to happen. And so how do we work together and figure out those best practices that are already available to harden and secure networks to protect information and data and the citizens' data?
And you also said, and I quote, "With urgency, we must step forward together as Team Democracy to show democracies can deliver for their people." Even though they went under a lot of pressure, the Guatemalan military played a huge role upholding democracy last year. What's your message to those honest men and women in the military?
Well, very proud of what the Guatemalan military did. They honored their country's constitution, and they honored the Constitution for the people, not for a person. And that process, democracy, was the guiding light through all of that. And now we have that result. And so very, very proud of what they accomplished.
Illegal migration is a key issue for both our countries. A good democracy includes opportunities for their people, and we know there's work to do. But let me ask you this. People trafficking migrants are part of a broader organization. Is the drug industry involved or related in some way in the smuggling of migrants?
I would say that transnational criminal organizations have become more powerful, stronger. They've diversified their portfolio. It's not just about trafficking drugs. It's humans. It's counterfeit goods. It's illegal fishing. It's illegal logging. It's illegal mining. And every country in this region is impacted on some level regarding the transnational criminal organizations. And so how can we work better together to share information and be able to work together better to stomp this out and get rid of it?
And does the U.S. feel that the countries in the hemisphere have been able to collaborate and work together with the U.S. military?
I think that as we work towards solutions as democracies that respect each other and respect each other's rights and sovereignty, that we work towards solutions that benefit and that are tailored to every country, because every country is a little bit different and they have different impacts by the transnational criminal organizations. And really at the end of the day, for team democracy, and how can the contribution and the working together solve that problem? And I think that we can always do more because technology and innovation changes, and that's what we were talking about today at our Central American Security Conference, is staying ahead with and leveraging emerging technology to better help counter the threats together.
Yesterday, regarding the visit you mentioned, and thanks for having me on the trip to Santo Tomas Port, Isabel, is port security in all levels in national security matter for the U.S.?
I think that port security for all of our countries is a matter of national security. And with cargo coming in and out, and you want to make sure that that cargo is cargo that is not illegal cargo, and being able to detect and be able to get rid of nefarious cargo, and being able to secure ports and the methods on how things come in and out of ports is very important for national security of countries, but also as these commodities and things like that end up in other countries as well. So again, we're all impacted. And so working towards a solution that we can all agree towards together, but then also leverage best practices as part of team democracy, right? Because the more secure that all of our nations are, the more secure we all are.
And were you satisfied with the advances you saw yesterday?
I was impressed with the advances I saw yesterday, very much so.
We also went to the border with Honduras, and you shared a special moment with family from Venezuela, a father and 3 children. 2 questions to close. What were the main issues you saw at the border?
So with the border, I've been to many borders. I've been to our southwest border in the United States. I've been to Colombia's border with Panama. I've been on both sides. I've met with many families and asking them about where they're going, why are they moving, how long they've been traveling, how much did it cost them to travel, what were their hardships, so I could learn about why they were going, why were they doing this hardship. And they're all trying to find a better life. They want food, they want health care, they want to feel safe, they want to be secure. So how do we help families across this entire region be able to not feel like they have to go somewhere else?
That's what I wanted to ask. What it meant hearing firsthand yesterday that people are running away from dictatorships and corruption and looking for some sort of hope if they get to U.S. soil.
I'll tell you that I firmly believe that this entire region, the Western Hemisphere, there was a lot of talk about 10 years ago about this region being able to feed and fuel the world. And all of the potential for this region is here. More than 50% of the soybean is grown here in this region. Sugar, corn, over 30% for the globe. Rare earth elements, gold, copper, over 60% of the world's lithium. Light sweet crude, heavy crude, all of these things are here. The Amazon, the lungs of the world, 31% of the world's fresh water. All of the ingredients are here to feed and fuel the world. We have got to invest, and we have to lift this up to where families are not trying to go somewhere else to find their dream. Their dream would be here in the Americas because of everything that the Americas has to offer.
And do you think that you may see great progress in the months to come so people can find safe haven in places like Guatemala or Mexico before reaching to the U.S.?
I think that there is opportunity in all of the democracies that are in this region. I think that democracy is under attack globally, and there are strategic adversaries that wake up every day trying to undermine democracy, undermine democratic institutions, and replace democracies. And we have got to work better together and not let transnational criminal organizations try to undermine democracies either. And we have to help deliver for people, and we can do that. This is not too hard, but we have got to work better together, and I think that we can do that.
Thank you, General.
Thank you very much, Pedro.